Alright, it's probably time y'all see me do a political rant, so here goes. Now, not the town that I live in, but the town right next to it has just built a new high school. Hey, well, that's all well and good. You see, I didn't go to public school, so I really don't care. Now, what I do care about is what's going on in my own hometown that I've lived in nearly all of my life. There's probably only 3 months I have not lived in that town, and that was back in 2005. Then I moved back, and I don't see myself going anywhere else. Anyway, they have been for some time now been pushing for a new high school in that town. Well, that's all well and good, but where is that money going to come from? The pockets of the taxpayers of my town. Now, I think that is just plain ridiculous. Why? Well, let's see. Where is the taxpayer money already being allocated to? Paying the teachers, of course, which actually that is a county school, so it's going to the county. That's not even a city problem. And the new high school was already built as a county school. So they're demanding a new high school for the town when that's even on the county level. And then, they build a nice new high school, and the old one turns into the junior high, I think. I'm not too sure about that. And, they keep moving around teachers into new schools and in the old buildings, so what's the point? Why do you need a new high school? I think the old one is run down, yes. A new one would be a good idea. But like I said, that money is coming from the taxpayers' pockets. And I don't agree with that one bit. The taxes are already too high. We should not be paying any more than we already have for a new school. Now, I've seen, in the past months, I've seen car washes done by this school's softball team and the band. Now, that's all well and good, but, I think the taxpayer money should be going to something creative, not the sports. You got all this money going to football. I could care less about football on any level of competition, whether it be high school, college, professional, whatever. It's just a game, and it's going to be a game until the day the Lord comes back. And even, there's nothing wrong with fun, but you got to put your priorities where they belong. Taxpayer money should not be going into a football program. In fact, I don't even think it's right for a team to have a practice field and a playing field. That is just stupid. Why would you practice on a different field than you play? You don't really have a home field advantage there now, do you? No, I don't think so. And what is a home field advantage anyway? Football field's got to meet a certain regulation and code. But I digress from that point. My money should not be going to a public school, which I have no interest in helping out, because public schools are run by liberal, indoctrinating curriculums. Even in a red state, that is the case usually. I was fortunate enough to receive an education that was not biased on that premise, and I am becoming more and more grateful that I had that opportunity. And it was not easy to get either. It's a very expensive thing to have, so school vouchers are a very good idea. Parents should have the choice of where to send their kids if they don't want their kids being indoctrinated with liberal crap. And that's just the way it is. So about the school, if they're going to spend so much money on football, that should go into a new school. After saving for a couple of years, you might have enough to build a new building. And I'm pretty sure that there's plenty of ways you can cut costs out of different things. Offhand, I can't think of any, but there are plenty of things I can think about where you could cut costs. But that's what I think. Politics is not something I like to talk about. It gets me angry. But that new high school they built is pretty nice. And that's just going to make people in my town all the more adamant about getting a new one. For one thing, these two towns are football rivals, and football is about as pointless as it is. I mean, think about it. Even if you do make it to professional ball, which I doubt any of these people are, how long can you actually play the game until you get too old to play it? I got asked for years if I played football because I'm a big guy, and no, I never did. I mean, I already said that. I could care less. It's just a sport. I never liked sports, and being in a school like mine where it's small, and that's about the only thing they have going for them, you outskirts of society, so to speak. Yes, I was the outcast, and I didn't like it one bit. And certainly I forgive those people for treating me that way, and I'm certainly sorry for everything I did to them. But the whole concept of the school making such a big deal out of sports, it's ridiculous. Now, they do make money off that. They can charge $3-4 a game, whatever, for the kids to get in. I understand that, but that money should not be allocated by school or government funds. It should be coming out of the pockets of people who are willing to play the sport. You're going to sacrifice your body. If you're willing to do that, you can sacrifice something else that won't hurt you so bad. And if it is going to hurt you, well, you don't need to be playing now, do you? You got other things to be doing. Like learning something. But I guess if you're on the field or on the court, or wherever you're playing, I guess you don't have to worry about learning something. But even still, a lot of these athletes get all liberal and everything else. There's no way to escape it. We're all being brainwashed by the liberal media, liberal curriculums in schools, everything else. I noticed last night when I was eating at Pizza Hut with some friends, they actually showed ESPN on TV, as a lot of these places will show something like that on TV at the restaurants. But one of my friends mentioned that they were kind of biased towards the Mets. That was interesting, that even a sports network would be biased one way. And of course, you got the New York Jets, you got the Yankees. They had two different ways to choose, so they're biased towards one. Now, whether that makes any sense, I don't know, but he did make an interesting point. So, like I said, it's all just pointless. I don't agree with using taxpayer funds to build a new school, because I have no reason to build a new school. My life is no weight on whether they go to a good school or not. They got to start improving that themselves before they go into a new building. Otherwise, a new one's going to be just as bad. It's just going to look better. That's all I got to say. So, hey, I'd like to do more of these political rants, but I'd appreciate if you're going to comment that you would not be very angry when you're commenting. Kind of shows some restraint there. Politics does bring out the bad sides of people, and it's very good skill to kind of show restraint in this kind of thing, and I kind of had to do that for this video. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.